Hello, beautiful friend. I'm so glad you're here. Whether you're joining me for your first cup of coffee, winding down with a cup of tea, or simply taking a few quiet moments for yourself, welcome. My name is Lucia, and this is Coffee with Lucia, a place where we slow down together. There are so many places that tell us to become more, to work harder, to heal faster, to finally have it all together. This isn't one of those places. Here, we simply practice returning to ourselves. So whether today finds you, I'm grateful you're here. And before we begin, I want you to hear the words that have become the foundation of everything I create. You are safe to arrive here exactly as you are. Can I ask you something? When was the last time you felt completely safe? Not physically, but emotionally. Safe enough to tell the truth about how you're really doing. Safe enough to cry without apologizing. Safe enough to rest without feeling guilty. Safe enough to say, I don't know. I need help. I'm tired. For many women, these moments have been surprisingly rare, not because something is wrong with us, but because many of us learned very early that love sometimes felt connected to performance, to being helpful, to being agreeable, carrying more than our share. So we became capable, dependable, strong, and somewhere along the way we quietly stopped asking ourselves what we needed. I remember realizing one day that I could tell you exactly how everyone around me was doing. I knew who needed encouragement, who needed prayer, who needed support, but when someone asked me, Lucia, how are you? I honestly didn't know. Not because I wanted to hide, but because I'd become so practiced at looking outward, I forgot how to look inward. Maybe you've experienced something similar. Maybe you've spent years caring for children, supporting aging parents, holding a family together, navigating difficult relationships, or simply trying to survive seasons that asked far more of you than anyone realized. When we live like that long enough, our nervous systems can begin believing that everyone else's needs are far safer to notice than our own. That isn't weakness, it's adaptation. Your body learned how to protect you, and sometimes what once protected us eventually becomes what keeps us disconnected from ourselves. One of the greatest misunderstandings about emotional safety is believing it's something someone else gives us. Certainly, safe relationships matter deeply, but emotional safety also becomes something we begin creating inside ourselves. It's the gentle decision that stops abandoning ourselves every time we have a difficult emotion. To stay, to listen, to notice, instead of immediately asking, how do I fix this? We begin asking, what is my heart trying to tell me? That question changes everything because our emotions aren't interruptions, they're invitations. Not every feeling needs solving. Sometimes it simply needs witnessing. So today, I'd love to offer you one small reframe. Perhaps emotional safety isn't about absence of difficult emotions. Perhaps emotional safety is knowing I can stay with myself while I feel them. You don't have to rush yourself. You don't have to criticize yourself. You don't have to earn compassion. Healing often begins with one quiet decision. I'm not leaving myself this time. Here's a gentle practice for today. At some point, perhaps while you're drinking your coffee or washing the dishes or sitting quietly before bed, place your hand over your heart. Then simply ask, what do I need today? Don't worry about having the perfect answer. Sometimes the answer is rest. Sometimes it's encouragement. Sometimes it's permission. Sometimes it's simply another cup of coffee enjoyed without multitasking. Whatever comes, meet it with kindness. This is why Sacred Return exists. Not because women need fixing, but because so many beautiful women have spent years believing they had to earn the way things God has always longed to give them: rest, belonging, compassion, safety. We're building places where women no longer have to walk this journey alone, where healing isn't rushed, where nervous systems can soften, where women remember who they've always been beneath survival. If today's conversation met you where you are, I'd love to continue walking beside you. Whenever you're ready, you're warmly invited to visit Unwind and Align, where you'll find reflection, resources, and emotional safety spaces created to support you gently. There is never any pressure, only an invitation. Before we finish, I'd love to leave you with this blessing. May today remind you that your worth has never been measured by how much you carry. May kindness become something you offer yourself as freely as you offer it to everyone else. May God gently remind your heart that you are deeply loved, even when you are resting. Thank you for sharing these few quiet moments with me today. Until the next time, be gentle with your heart. Trust the pace of what is becoming, and remember, you are safe to arrive here exactly as you are, with love always.